speed control method for DC motor. In this lecture I am going to discuss about the speed control method of DC motor. A speed control method of a DC motor basically consists of basic consideration is only two types, like field control, this is field winding field control, or armature control. Two type of control is there, means terminal voltage control or field control. So we will study two control about the DC motor. So these are the some of the method that we have to study in this speed control of DC motor. So let us see how we can classify. First of all, you see a speed control method of DC series motor. So we will study first the speed control method of DC series motor. In DC series motor there will be a armature resistance control method for DC series motor. Armature resistance control method we will study how we can control the speed of a DC motor by using the armature resistance, the increasing the value of armature resistance. How can we control the speed of a DC motor? Another control is armature voltage control method for DC series motor. So by application of the voltage, how we can change the speed with the help of the voltage control method. Another method we will go field control method for DC series motor. Then field, with the help of field also we can control the speed of a DC motor. Then there will be a field diverter method is also there. If field is diverted, some field is like this here, some field is coming like this, current is coming like this, but what we do, we divert it, means this current is coming here, so here we divert some of the current from this path. So this is called field diverter control, that we will see in subsequent lecture. Tapped field control method is also there. Tapping will be there like this much is tapping is done here, or tapping is done here, like this we will do tapping field control method. Another method is a speed control of DC shunt motor. The DC shunt motor also armature resistance control method for DC motor. DC shunt motor will be there. Armature resistance control means we can insert some resistance in the armature and we can control the speed of DC shunt motor. Then field control method of DC shunt motor, then field control, armature control and field control. Armature voltage control methods for DC shunt motor. Basically what we are doing to control the speed of either series motor or shunt motor, basically there are two types of. One is called armature control and another is called field control. In broad classification we can classify by armature control and another control is field control, and combination of these two is called Ward-Leonard method. We will also study at one place armature control is also there and field control is there. So this method is also known as Ward-Leonard method. Its application and advantage and disadvantage also we will see. But nowadays in a speed control method there are so many latest advancement of the technology is there that you will study in later classes. How you can control the speed by using the power electronic circuitry. That is quite simple and very easy. You can control the speed by using power electronic circuitry. But here I am going to study about but the fundamental concept is only this. By using the power electronic structure, armature control and field control is done. Here also by using the classical method or the conventional method, where we will control the armature and field by classical method, or so if you apply the power electronics also, then the same work is done. Armature control and field control is done, but the method is quite simple, and it takes less space by using the power electronic structure. But if you use here a speed control by conventional method, it took a lot of spaces, but the method you will be able to understand when you go in your fifth semester, when there you will study power electronics and its circuitry. Then you will be able to find a very simple and more accurate method to control these two parameter, armature control and field control. So this two method will give you here, if you apply armature control, so here a speed is controlled below base speed or rated speed, below rated speed. Here if we apply armature control, then a speed is controlled below the rated speed or base speed, and by application of field control, the speed is obtained above the base speed or rated speed. These two things are obtained by the application. Overall view is that by application of field control, we will be able to obtain a speed higher than its rated speed. Means suppose a motor speed is 1800 RPM. So by application of field control, more than 1800 can be obtained, greater than can be obtained. But in case of armature control, the speed will be obtained less than 1800 RPM. It will not be more than 1800 RPM. It will be less than by the armature control, and by field control its speed will be more than the rated speed of the machine. Some of equation that will give you the speed control of DC motor, that I am writing here. A speed control, I told you, we will be able to control the speed above the base speed or below the base speed. So I will also give you conventional method and latest method. What we are doing, I will give you some circuitry for the latest method of a speed control of DC motor. That will later I will give you how by application of the power electronic circuitry we can control the speed of a DC motor. Now this equation, look, this equation already we have discussed. I will also give its link in the video. So this relation already discussed, the relation between the speed and torque speed characteristic. This relation was already derived. The speed can be varied. Here, varying the terminal voltage. If we change this terminal voltage, then a speed can be changed. Armature voltage control. This is called armature voltage control. This method is called armature voltage control. By varying the terminal voltage, means if you change here, this is your motor. Suppose this is the motor, and here this is your terminal voltage. And if we change this terminal voltage, then this speed can also be changed. Another method is called varying the field flux. This is called field control. Means this phi, if we change the flux, vary the flux, so a speed can also be changed. A speed can also be changed. If we change the flux, then a speed can also be changed. But it is inverse relation. So if flux is increased, a speed will decrease. If flux is decreased, a speed will increase. By varying the armature resistance, armature control, by varying the armature resistance, armature control RA. This is called armature control, means ki if we change here armature resistance also, then the speed can also be changed. Speed increases with increase in terminal and decreases in flux and RA. Means ki if a speed will increase with increasing terminal voltage, if Vt is increased, Wm will increase and decreases in flux, and if you decrease the flux, then speed will also increase and RA. If armature resistance is decreased, so in this case means ki if we decrease the flux, speed will increase. If we increase the terminal voltage, speed will increase. But the increase in terminal voltage is not done, because the motor should run at rated voltage and rated current. So this increase is not done, terminal voltage is not increased. So by controlling the terminal voltage, we can decrease the terminal voltage. In fact, so if we decrease the terminal voltage, this speed will decrease. So this method is basically called armature terminal voltage control. Now we come at this point and looking this equation, armature voltage control method. I told you basically two types of control will be there. Armature control, basically two types only there. There is a sub classification also there, but the classification only is two types. Armature voltage control. RA and IF is kept constant at rated value. In this case, what is happening? Armature resistance and field current is kept constant. Armature terminal voltage is varied to change the speed. So in the equation you see here, if we keep the armature, if this is our early relation, if we go our early equation, this equation here, see if this phi is constant, this phi is constant, so this whole thing will be constant. So this relation is given here. So K1 Vt minus K2 T. So K1 is 1 by Ka phi and K2 is 1 Ra divided by Ka phi whole square. So here K1 is constant and K2 is constant, because this flux is kept constant, our armature resistance is also not varied. So for constant load torque, like in case of elevator, hoist load, elevator, for constant load torque, the speed will change linearly with Vt. If this torque is kept constant, what will happen? If this torque, like in the case of the elevator, so this speed is proportional to the armature terminal voltage. If terminal voltage is kept constant, the load torque is varied, the speed can be adjusted by Vt. From this equation, another condition may be, if terminal voltage is kept, this terminal voltage Vt is kept constant, another point. If it is kept constant and load torque is varied, the speed can also be adjusted by Vt. So here also a speed can be adjusted. In real application, Ia is kept constant. When Vt is changed, then Ea is proportional to omega. This in the real application, Ia is armature current is kept constant. When Vt is changed, terminal voltage is changed, then Ea is proportional to Vt and omega m. So this relation will come. The input power P equal to Vt-Ia also change linearly with speed, because if this is changing, the power will also change because it is related with the speed. So it will also change. If Ra is neglected, the value of Vt, Ea and P are 0 at 0 a speed